Okay, so welcome to part 3. And part 3 I've called Warm Water Berg, which means warm water mountain. And if you want to read more about that, you can always scoot on over to my blog. So what we're going to do without further ado is launch straight into round number 51. We're going to be working a single crochet, so you're just going to flip that over. We're going to be working a single crochet into that chain 3 space from round number 47. Alright, then we're going to chain 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to work a single crochet back post around our stalk. Remember our stalk that we did in round number 42, was it? 42? 40 something. I've already forgotten. I have a memory like a sieve. Okay, so we're going to do, the single crochet back post around our stalk. Then we're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, yarn over and work a half double crochet front post over our first puff. Alright, it's a little bit awkward when you start, and then 2 half double crochets in between. Right, so pretty simple round. Okay, we're just going to carry on like that, working half double crochet front posts over your puffs and working 2 double crochets in between. Okay, and we are at our last puff here, not the last puff of the entire round. So we just pull that out and show you. Alright, so we've just worked that half double crochet front posts over the puff, 2 half double crochets in between, and now we're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to work a single crochet back post around our stalk, and then we're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're back to our chain 3, and we're just going to pop a single crochet into the chain 3 and then chain 8, and then we're basically going to repeat exactly what oh my gosh, I'm stuttering, what we've just done. Okay, so that is your round number 51, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 half double crochet front posts, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 half double crochets in between, and at the back you should have 3 chain 8s, 1, 2, I beg your pardon, 4, 4 not 3, you should have 4 chain 8s, 2 single crochet back posts, so we're talking about one side, and 1 single crochet. Okay, so two single crochet back posts and a single crochet. Alright, I think, well, it'll all be written down in the pattern. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of round number 41 and the beginning of round number, I shall see you at the end of round number 51 and the beginning of round number 52. Hi all. So it's Monday morning here in lovely rainy Cape Town, and we are going to get on with the pattern. So we're going on to round number 52 now. So I've kind of been working on and off with the design through the weekend, but mostly interspersed large amount, many hours taken with the ongoing renovations on our house, but this time just clearing out. You know how it is, things pile up, oh my goodness. and eventually you have got so much stuff. So the weekend was spent with me sorting out cupboards and storage and putting things in boxes and packets for to take off to recycling and to charity, and so just trying to get my house in order, really very minimalistic and functional. It's actually nice when things are like that, because then it kind of makes more room in your life, when you don't have everything all cluttered. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to begin in our chain 12 space. So this, so this space, kind of, our last chain 12 before we worked a half double crochet over that puff. All right, and we're going to work a half double crochet, but of course, a chain 2. So we're going to work a chain 2, which is equal to 1 half double crochet. Then we're going to work a half double crochet over the next half double crochet, and we're going to work a half double crochet back post. So we're working a front post and then 2 back posts, and then a front post. So we're working in half double crochets, and we're working 2 back posts. So the stitches are quite small, so it's a little bit finicky. All right, and we're working half double crochet front posts over the half double crochet front posts we made over the puff from our sort of final rounds, of our arch there. Right, so it's going to look like that. And we're working half double crochet back posts around the half double crochets, the 2 half double crochets in between, like that. Okay. In part 1, especially in part 1, I seem to have made a few blupses where the video and the written pattern didn't quite correspond. So if in doubt, always follow the video. The video is always the correct one. And the reason is because I think I'm not quite sure why. I'm still trying to find a system, a good system of kind of doing the videos and writing the patterns, because it's a hang of a lot of work just for one person. And as you can see yourself, the patterns are a little bit complicated. Not complicated, but sometimes in one round I do quite a few different stitches, and eventually at some point when you're writing out the pattern, even when you have the notes, it gets, your head just gets so full of half double crochet back posts, front posts, trebles together, this and the other, and it's, I do tend to kind of get make mistakes, even though I'm very careful and I do check. But what I've realized is I don't check my written pattern against the video. I kind of do the written pattern after I've done the video, and I sort of take it for granted that my notes are accurate, but often they're not. So in part 2, I basically watched the video and checked the patterns myself. So there might still be some inaccuracies, but it should be almost 100% exactly like the video, the written pattern. So I think I'm going to use that formula. It's a bit slower, it takes a longer time, but it's worth it, I suppose, in the end. To just check and double check. Okay, so now we've worked those half double crochet front posts over our half double crochet front posts that we made over our puffs, and we've worked half double crochet back posts around our half double crochets in between, the 2 half double crochets in between. then we're going to yarn over and into the next chain 13 space we'll do that half double crochet, the same as we did on that side. Alright, and now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 2 and we're going to work a half double crochet back post around the half double crochet front post. So only work them around the half double crochet front posts, those back posts, with a chain 2 in between. So this is quite a tricky part to design because I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to work over these flowers, but I didn't want to change the shape in any significant way. So it was fun. It was fun, like trying to figure out now, you know, how am I going to design around this and keep the integrity of the shape. Right, so you're going to do this 5 times. You should have 5 half double crochet front posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you should have 5 chain spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay. So now in the pattern I write chain 2 and skip over the V. So the V is this shape over here. I say skip over the V shape. So you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip over the V shape, and then you're immediately going to work a half double crochet back post around your next half double crochet front post, like that. So I think there's 9, right? Chain 2. It's still really early in the morning. I'm still in my pajamas. I must say it's very difficult to get out of my PJs early in the morning because it's so cold. Not so cold, it never really gets so cold in Cape Town in the winter, but it's pretty chilly. You know, and you just think, oh, really, do I have to go? And, you know, but of course I suppose, you know, I don't want people coming to the door at 10 o'clock in the morning or something and I'm answering them in my pajamas. That's just lame. So, alright, so it's a little bit finicky because the stitches are little. Right, so I'm just doing this, you know, this whole thing with you so that there's no confusion. Right? Because I know you might get a little bit sort of, not confused, but sort of bewildered at this point here and wonder what I mean when I say the V shape. Okay, so you see, I mean, those, you know, like that last 3 trebles together, we didn't work a half double crochet front post over that. Okay, so now you're at your V, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 of those, and we have 1, 2, 3. I mean, we have 10, not of those. We have 10 half double crochet back posts, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 chain 2s. And now we are at our V again. So we're just going to chain 2, and then we're working the same, so we should have 5 again, you know, 5 half double crochet back posts and 5 chain 2s. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, okay, so we should have 4 chains at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I mean, in this on this side I counted that one as well, so we should really have not counting those 2 chain spaces, we should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here we should have, if we don't count that one, and we count this one over here, then we'll have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so there isn't another half double crochet front post worked over those 3 trebles together. So we're going to chain 2, then we're going to yarn over and work a half double crochet over our next chain 13, and then we're back to where we started, a half double crochet front post over our half double crochet front post, a half double crochet back post around the 2 half double crochets. So front post over the front post and half double crochet back post over the half double crochets, like that. Okay, so just going to pause. So, I wanted to make sure that these, little roundy bits okay, that these little roundy bits remained roundy bits, because initially when I was designing it, I was kind of working into that space, but what it does is it pulls that straight, so I want to try and keep the integrity of the shape. So that's often the challenge for me is, how do I keep the integrity of the shape so they don't change shape completely. Okay, so that is round number 52, and it's really, really simple, right? Because you're doing well, you saw what I did. You can slow the video down. Sometimes I think I over explain because I get nervous, and I hope that you guys I can see what I'm doing properly. I don't want you to get stuck and feel that I'm abandoning you to figure it out for yourself. Okay, so off you go. And I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 52 and the beginning of round number 53. Okay, and to close this round, we're just going to work a slip stitch into the top of that first half double crochet front post. So we're not going to work into the half double crochet next to it. We're just going to do that. I always do that little extra chain there, and then you can go off and fasten up and work in your tails. So it's going to look like that, and of course what we've done there is we are creating a foundation, a kind of a foundation for our next round. Okay, and so your corners will look like that. Okay, so we can count all of our chain spaces. I'll count with you so that you can see where they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5 again on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have your 2 chains worked over your V space, your little V space like that. Okay, so when I say V space, that's what I mean. That little twirly V, because we've got our 3 half double crochets each side. So it's alright. So I'm going to see you at round number 40. Oh, you see, I'm still in the 40s. At round number 53. Okay, so we're on round number 53, and round number 53 we're using the colour Roos, which is this lovely sort of duck egg blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to be working into our very first chain 2 space, and this is an independent round, so you'll just be working your 4 corners separately from this. So you're not working in a round, you're just working one section at a time. Okay, so what we're going to do is find that chain 2 space after our half double crochet there, and we're just going to work. It's a very easy round, nice and quick. So we're going to work a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, 2 trebles, not 2 trebles together, just 2 trebles. So we're making little petals here. 1 double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1, into the next chain 2 space, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, 2 trebles. So I'm just going to go with you to the part where it sort of changes. Double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next chain 2, and we repeat. Half double crochet, double crochet. We're going to do 2 trebles, 1, 2, 1 half double crochet, double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, kind of working over that tail, double crochet, 2 trebles, 1 double crochet, just going to pull that. I think I've worked in enough tail. Half double crochet. So we should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet. That tail wants to be included. Single crochet, chain 1, and then again 1 single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, 2 trebles, one double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. And this is the part that I wanted to show you, because the rest you can just carry on yourself. We are going to chain 2 and skip over our next chain 2, and then single crochet into our next chain 2 space, and we'll continue with what we've just done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, half double crochet, oopsie, single crochet, chain 1. So I'm just going to show you how it's going to look. So it's going to look like that, and this will be moved to the front. So we're just going to pull our tail right, and that's going to pull that into shape like so. So we're going to have 5 of these little petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A chain 2, and then we're going to be working the same sequence of stitches into our chain 2 spaces, like that, these ones over here. And then when we get to that chain 2 that we've worked over the V, we're just going to chain 2, and then we're going to carry on. So don't forget to put your single crochet between your petals. Okay, so, and then when you get to the end, you're basically going to work exactly the same. You know, your 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 trebles, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, and fasten off into that chain 2 space before our next half double crochet. Okay, fasten off, and then you can work in your tails. And you're going to do that 4 times, you know, over each of these sort of big corners. Okay, so that is round number 53, nice and quick and easy, and I'll see you at the end of this round in the beginning of round number 54. Okay, so we are on to round number 54, and round number 54 is very short, indie round. So, you know, I don't let things hold me back. If I have an idea, I just go and do it the way I think it's done. Well, not that anyone else has done it, but okay, so now what we need to do here is we need to just work. So we're going to be working over those 2 rounds, and those 2 rounds are from our the previous part number 2, and it's round 42 where we did this whole thing. Okay, and it's part D and E. So D was the puffs and E was the single crochets that we worked into the puff with the chains between them. So now we're just going to work over those 2 center ones, you know, so you've got 4 that side, 4 that side, and 4 in the center, and we're going to skip 2 and work between, so you know, dead center. And what we're going to work here is a popcorn, and the color that I'm using is Nijmegen, which is lovely sort of limey kind of pistachio green. I just love it, and it goes so beautifully with the Koeforden, with this color. Okay, of course I'm talking about Skipper's Color Crafter now, because their colors are named after towns. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to work a regular popcorn all by itself. Well, it's not really by itself, it has a whole lot of little friends there. So, and then snip off. So snip off quite a generous piece. And then what you're going to do is just going to pull that. So you want to pull your popcorn nice, and then you can grab those little tails and move them to the back, and then you can work them in at the back like that. Okay, so it'll be nice and secure, and you're just going to work your tails in at the back. So now you're going to do that 4 times, and maybe in the previous round you might have spied that I've already done one. So, you know, you're just going to do them 4 times in exactly the same place as I've done them. But that is not all. But wait, there is more. In the same round, we are going to be working 2 popcorns into those chain 2 spaces from our previous round. Okay, so we're going to be working over those 2 chain 2s, okay, and we're going to work 2. So when I was doing this last night, it worked, and I quite liked what was going on there. So I'm going to see if this works again. So again, an independent round. Just going to work 2 popcorns into that space, like so. Okay. Right, fasten off. Okay, so I like to just do that, you know, when it's a kind of independent round like this, just give it an extra chain 1 to close. We're just going to pull that. Okay, so we're going to have 2. I know it looks weird, but you'll see with the next round how that actually works out. Okay, and then we're going to work another 2 popcorns over the next 2 2 chain 2s from our 2 previous rounds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I like to work over that tail when I'm doing it like this, because then when you pull the tail, it kind of pulls your popcorn into shape. So we got, so you're just going to start with your chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then normally I just go into the back loop of that beginning chain, pull it across. Okay, chain 1, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you want to make them nice and crisp. Okay, you're just going to do that extra. You don't have to do that extra one, but because it's an independent round, I like to do it because then I know that my popcorns are not going to come adrift at any point. Okay, so that's what you're going to do in this round. Nice easy peasy round number 54. Okay, so we're going to work our 2 popcorns in each of our chain 2 spaces there, and we're going to work our 1 popcorn all by itself over round number 42, part D and part D and part E. Okay, so just a plain old popcorn, double crochets times 5, chain 1 to close. Alright, so my suggestion would be to look carefully at your colors and find a color that is complementary, but also kind of, is a bit of a contrast. Okay, you don't want things to kind of just blend too much into the background, but also at the same time you don't want like very garish kind of changes. But anyway, that's up to you. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Right, I'm going to carry on with my popcorns, work in my tails, and I shall see you at the end of round number 54 and the beginning of round number 55. Okay, so we are on to round number 55, and the colour that I'm using is Bergen. Bergen in Afrikaans means mountains, so I'm presuming that it means well, I should say Berge is mountains in Afrikaans. And I imagine it is the same in Dutch, except it's said Bergen. Okay, so we are going to be working with mountains, and it's that lovely sort of golden wheat colour. Another one of my favourites. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working into our previous round, well, not the previous round, the one before that, round number 53, this one, and we're going to be working 6 double crochets. Alright, so we're going to start off with a chain 3, but now very important where you attach this chain 3, because we're going to be doing a fan. So you have those first 2 double crochet, a half double crochet front posts, and you're going to kind of work, if you just turn your work around, you're just going to see, you're just going to like grab a little strand there between those, your 2 half double crochets, 2 row, not the first row down, but this, this all the way down there. All the way down there. Okay, so let me do that again for you. Right, so if you have a look where you've got your 2 double half double crochets there, and then we've worked those 2 half double crochet back posts around those 2 half double crochets. You're basically just working into that kind of space between your 2 half double crochets. Alright, and that's where you're going to attach your first chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and then you're going to work 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're working a 6 double crochet fan. Okay, and now the reason for that kind of quite extreme join is so that we can push this out and it doesn't fall to the back. Okay, it stays in the front. Then you're going to yarn over and immediately work. So the rest of it is pretty straightforward until you get to your chain 2 space. Those 2 times chain 2 spaces. So we're going to work 6 double crochets into our next chain 1 space. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, work 6 double crochet fan into our next chain 1 space. Oopsie, something's got caught. I have to tell you that I'm literally sitting right on the edge of my chair because my cat is behind me on the chair between my back and the back of the chair, so I have no space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and every time I try and move her she makes this sound. I don't know if you can hear it. She moans. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. My squeaky table. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fans, 6 double crochet fans. Now we are approaching our 2 popcorns, and what we're going to do there is going to yarn over times 3, and we're going to work over this half double crochet back post. Alright, and we're going to work into the one or over the one to the left. Okay, then we are going to work a single crochet into the top of our popcorn. We're going to chain 1 and work a single crochet into the top into the top of the next popcorn. Alright, then we're going to yarn over times 3, and we're going to go back and work a double crochet, double treble front post around that half double crochet back post to the right. Alright, and then don't worry about anything. Immediately yarn over and work 6. We're going to do our fans again, and that's basically, you know, what we're going to be doing here. And this is another independent round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you get to working your last one and attaching it pretty much how you attached your first one, then you're going to fasten off and you're going to work in your ends, and then you'll do that 4 times. You know, the whole thing, the whole caboodle, you will repeat another 3 times after this, so it'll be 4 times in all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I didn't really need to show you more because it's just very repetitive now. So it's kind of going to look like that. And you're just going to move your petals to the front like that, so they're going to be free form like that. Okay, So they look a little bit lost at the moment, but that's all going to be sorted out in subsequent rounds. Okay, and this is going to be like that, and that is going to be like that. So your petal needs to fall over this round, not behind it, okay? That's why we did that kind of extreme join there, you know, very tight join, so it doesn't fall through the hole. Okay, so you're just going to carry on like that, and then when you get here, you'll do that same thing. You'll do that double treble front post over your left half double crochet back post, and then, you know, you'll do your single crochet, chain one, single crochet, and then you'll do that same double treble front post, but to your right, to the half double crochet back post to your right, and then you'll just carry on. When you get to the end here, you'll do your 6 double crochet fan into that chain one space, and you'll attach it between this first and second half double crochet front post, but you're actually attaching it between those two half double crochets, but at the back over there like that. You won't really see it, okay? Okay, and then that is the end of round number 55. Then that'll be round number 55. So remember, it's an independent round. You'll fasten off and work in your ends, and I shall see you at the beginning of round number 56. Okay, so I have worked my corner like so, and at this point it is going to be a little bit buckly, so you know it will sort of do that. And it lies flat if you push it, but it's a little bit buckly, and that's completely normal at this point, so don't panic. Okay, so I just thought I'd tell you that. And you can see we've done our little cross my heart. It's a little heart with a little cross. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to see you at the end of round number 55 and the beginning of round number 56, as I said.